So, what we're going to do is talk basically about the new Pantheon patch. Let me just make the music really low. Alright. So, we got patch 9.17. I haven't looked at this before, so I'm just gonna look at it now with you guys. So we got the new 5-cost hero Pantheon, who is a guardian and a dragon, which I think is going to change and shift the meta a bit more into this Orion Soul AoE damage kind of meta. Which again is going to make people spread more, which I don't really enjoy because I love playing guardians, and guardians like to clump. Getting a new guardian, I think it's a bit good they made him a legendary minion, because if it would have been anything 4-cost or below, the new guardian would have been completely overpowered. Like, everyone would have run guardian no matter in what team comp. Making him a legendary changes a lot of things. I've heard Pantheon deals a lot of damage. He makes 15% on level 1, I think, and level 1 is the only real important level for a 5-cost minion, to be honest. Yeah, and then if the 2-cost might also matter, like with Kale, but yeah, you get 15% damage on your first with this ultimate where you get untargetable for a bunch of seconds, for a few seconds, and then it does true damage over 10 seconds of maximum health. It's not bad, it's not good either. Oh, I'll be right back. Next, systems. First, the first Carousel now has all only 2-cost units, no single 1-cost unit. I don't know what kind of change that's supposed to be. Everyone was able to get a 2-cost unit anyway. I mean, it didn't really make sense anyway that they had a 1-cost unit in there. No one took an item over a 1-cost unit, really. That's just gonna make people fight more for spatulas and probably BFs for the first Carousel. What? This is a big change. Holy shit. Attack speed cap has been increased to 5.0. That makes Rangers S tier. This makes Rangers S tier. And you can build Ginju's Rage Blade. The longer fights go, like, Nobles won't even be able to counter Rangers anymore. Rangers are going to beat Nobles from now on. I'm telling you. Like, if you build a Ginju's Rage Blade now on Rangers, they're gonna get this 5.0 attack speed. They will attack this fast. And imagine an Ashe with double Glacial. It's gonna make huge difference. Oh, I can't wait for this change because I love playing Rangers. It's gonna be amazing. Okay, this is interesting. Increase the delay before assassins jump so they can access the backline more often. That's gonna make a huge difference. It's a quality of line change, but a huge buff for assassins. The problem before was that you could just place some tank next to your backline corner, like for example an Ashe, who really can use that corner really well because her ult stuns for a longer duration the longer it goes. So what you would do is put a Garen or whatever next to her, the tank, so the assassins, even if they jump the backline, targeted the tank. But with this, the tank is going to run further in front, and Ashe is probably going to be targeted 90% of the time. This is really good. Okay, so also traits bonus, crit damage, 75% damage and 10% crit chance. Oh, you get an increased crit chance. This is cool. I really like this change. This really is going to mix up stuff. And instead of 350% crit damage, you get 150% crit damage and 25% crit chance. Yeah, this is what they had to do first. Like from the beginning for assassins. I really like this change. It's just gonna make Phantom Dancer strong again, and on the other hand, it's going to it's going to make items like Bloodthirster more effective and Infinity Edge on assassins, and attack speed as well. So ability based assassins like Akali, for them it's a nerf, definitely. Okay. Well, actually she can crit with her ultimate even more, but I think she benefited more from the 350%. Okay, hextech. So item disable duration changed to 7 seconds, still completely overpowered. People are just gonna keep spreading, and sorcerers are going to be weak because of all the spreading, and assassins are going to be really strong. Hextech assassins is the way to go, because if you clump, they're gonna hextech you, and if you don't clump, the assassins are going to eat you alive. So next, nobles, trapping down their power a little bit. I don't know if this is really necessary if like rangers and assassins are buffed like this. Instead you should buff sorcerers and yordles. Well, maybe we'll get there. Nobles were the only S tier this patch, really. Like, they were the only strong comp you could do to secure first place every game, which is completely overpowered, because the annoying thing is that everyone forced nobles whoever I played again. I always either got second place or, you know, lower if I didn't go nobles. And if I didn't get to play nobles, then I didn't have a decent comp, which made it probably 7th or 8th place. So for nobles you get armor and magic resist lowered to 50, and healing lowered to 25. In my opinion, this isn't the right way to nerf nobles. Instead, I would say either like buff their armor to 80 and just completely negate the magic resist and make the healing even higher, in my opinion. Because you want to make these comps that counter each other. You want sorcerers to counter nobles, and you want nobles to counter rangers, and you want rangers to counter, I don't know, and assassin counter everything in this patch maybe. Yeah, but it's more like that kind of change I'd love to see on nobles. This is not really... That's gonna just make them weaker. A tier. No one's really gonna play nobles again, in my opinion. And Kale 1 is garbage anyway, so trying to get Kale 2 is really hard. All the nobles are trash cards by themselves, so in the late game at least. Other than Leona, she's really strong. Okay, Ranger. So double attack speed chance, 25%, 56% to 30%. Ranger's my favorite comp to play, to climb. It's the easiest one in my opinion, and the hardest at the same time. It's just so consistent. You can play Rangers every single game and you will just feel great. And I really like that they buff Rangers. It's gonna benefit me a lot. I'll probably get to Grandmaster at least this patch with this buff, but what I don't think is that, like, assassins might be a problem to Rangers, but everything else is going to be great. I really want to see the Yordle changes. So first, Shapeshifter. We're making a little easier to Shapeshifter to transform. So Nidalee has less total mana. Really strong early game to mid game card. You can just bomb her with items, attack speed items, whatever. There we have that. So Jay's armor increased. Yeah, great, Jace. I don't think many people will still play him. Maybe only to get hextech when they go Shapeshifter, and Camille is way too weak to play at the moment anyway, so yeah. There we have that. Jace will now transform at max mana even if there is no one in range to knock away. Wait, there was a problem with Jace. Okay, I didn't know about this. Alright. Next, Shyvana. Total mana from 100 to 85. That's pretty good. That makes... Okay, the biggest change. Gnar, this patch was the strongest tank in the game, in my opinion. Stronger than Cho'Gath, stronger than Sejuani. Why? because he was the only tank that worked really well alone, and you never really played Seju or Cho this patch because everyone was going nobles. Like now after the nerf it's going to change again, but changing Gnar to this makes GA on him completely busted. Like it's going to be GA Gnar every game. Not even if you're going Shapeshifter. If you're going some kind of wild comp with Ari Sorcerer, you're gonna play Gnar with GA every single game. It's gonna make him really, really strong. I do like it. Even like in Yordle comps, they buffed Yordles finally. Okay, sticking with other consistency theme here. Dodge chance just increased. Okay, this is not the kind of buff I want to see. No one cares about the dodge chance on Yordles. It's not the issue. The issue is that people generate mana and destroy you with abilities if you're playing Yordles. They're not like the only thing Yordles is good against is the Jinx and the Draven. And yeah, I don't know. It's just they're really good against Jinxes, especially because she won't be able to transform. But yeah, other than that, Yordles are still weak. No one's gonna play them, I can tell you already. Like Gnar is going to be played, maybe you will get 3 Yordles, no one's gonna play 6 Yordles in this patch. Graves. Adjustment, so champions changes here, right? Okay, this makes sense. Now that you can't play him like with Infinity Edge anymore and just spread damage everyone the same way, which didn't make any sense. Like he's going to be great to play Hush, Red Buff, and Shrink. Or even like Glacial when you go for Glacials and put the Spatial Glacier on him. So this way, I do like this change, that he isn't a carry anymore with double Rapid Fire Cannon. But with Rapid Fire Cannon you can just apply effects on the enemy, make him a CC machine basically. He's going to be a better GP basically. And a more inexpensive one. Okay, Warwick increased health, I mean fine, Wild still super OP. Warwick probably the strongest early game brawler you can play, stronger than Rek'Sai, stronger than Volibear, yeah. Lissandra, health increased, I mean it's fine, starting mana 50 to 125 from 0 to 58. Is this a nerf? No, it's not. I don't know what kind of change this is supposed to be. Oh, okay, actually this does make sense. Now you can basically tier items. When a unit has 125 mana, you want to play Sorcerer or Genjus, not Genjus. What was that? The BF and tier item. I forgot it. The name. You want to play those two because they generate a lot of mana by auto-attacking over time. But if you lower the total mana of someone, it makes tier really, really strong. Because they just, if you put like double tier on them, they're just gonna ult, auto-attack once or twice and ult again, and that repeatedly. That's maybe going to make Lissandra actually meta. I'm really curious to see this. Lissandra might be stronger with double tier than in Anivia in the late game. A level 2 Lissandra might be out damaging and out CCing in Anivia late game. I'm really curious to see this. It's a good change, I like it. Also increasing the damage slightly. She's going too strong. The first time I ever said it about Lissandra in the patch. Lucian. So Relentless Pursuit second shot now scales with Lucian's attack speed. What? Like, does it shoot faster or does it deal more damage? That's weird. Is it dealing more damage? Is it like kind of getting AP on Lucian? I don't know why they did this change. Probably because Lucian 1 got so weak so fast. It's still strong though. If you get Luden's Echo on Lucian 1, you basically win early game. Once you get Lucian 2, you rape. Am I allowed to say that? I don't know. Okay, Gangplank. Ability damage 200. It's lowered. They nerfed GP. Okay, interesting. I didn't think GP really needed a nerf, but that's not gonna change anything. He's still going to be able to apply Hush, to apply Shrink, to apply Red Buff, to apply Morelos. Yeah, Morelos. Still strong character. Still play him. If you can't get Rapid Fire Graves, you play Gangplank. It's that simple, actually. Okay, Leona stun duration is lowered from level 2, 7 seconds. Yeah, this was a pretty big thing. 8 second stun. 10 second stun is quite a lot. I mean, it sounds like it's not going to change anything, but if you talk about CC and stun, like it's not even just the disable or knock up or anything, it's a stun. It's, well, knock up is just as strong, but yeah, it's great, it's strong. Still strong, Leona, and she's going to be super strong in combination with Pantheon. It's a good change. Maybe they could have nerfed it to 6 seconds, in my opinion, but it's fine. Okay, healing changes. Healing effect. Okay, so Grievous wounds healing reduction from 100% to 80%. Makes sense. Everyone's playing Morelos and Red Buff non-stop. So still making healing a thing. Making Bloodthirst is not completely useless in the late game, and Hextech Gunblades. Like, with this increase in attack speed on Rangers, they're just gonna out-heal you even if they got Morelled or Red Buffed. If they got 5.0 attack speed and have a Bloodthirster or a Hextech Gunblade, they're just gonna shit on you. They're just gonna heal themselves up again with all the damage they're dealing. So this is an interesting change. I think Rangers are going to be S tier this season, yeah. I'm pretty sure they are. Rangers and probably something with Wild or Shapeshifter or something where Gnar is in. It's my prediction. Okay, the Bloodthirster healing from 50% damage to 40% of damage. Oh, so they reduced this at least. Okay, this makes sense. Hextech Gunblade, let's say. Yeah, okay, this makes the healing items late game actually. Early game they're not going to be as strong. Late game items they're going to be really good, and you know, Rangers are just gonna shit on this. Draven probably won't. Maybe with a Rage Blade and overtime. He might still shit on people, but yeah. And Swain healing definitely needed to be nerfed, yeah. Wait, Swain is going to be really strong with this. I think Swain is the strongest legendary unit, with Pantheon maybe. This patch. This is pretty huge. And Redemption, no one plays Redemption, it's a shitty item. Well, maybe now it isn't actually, if I think about it. 1200, it's more than enough healing still. So you basically get 80% of this. Not bad. I mean, it's still over 200 HP. 300 probably, yeah. About 300 HP, and it's not bad if you can heal your carries with it. It's a more early to mid game item. Late game it's not gonna be as strong anymore, even though you get those big AoE heals. And a bunch of fixes. Okay. Yeah, you can read through this if you want. I'm not gonna do it. It's like just these hextech bugs were important. And yeah. This is about patch 9.17.